Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham. Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Carriers has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay now starting at $20 per hour, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website, southeastcarriers.com, or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome to X Sports Today.
Great start to Monday.
Yeah, no,
Look, it's live. It's live, so I understand.
Yeah.
It's a Monday. It's a great start. Too. So it's AJ Goodyear, Taylor Plott, Hayden, Burks, and Michael Marks. And guys, a kind of a busy weekend for all of us. And I know we were all saying we were pretty exhausted yesterday, but that was yesterday. Today's a Monday, and we're back at it once again.
We definitely are. And the weather's cooperating today, but ain't going to be cooperating for the next couple of days, which is good. My yard needs it. I've been having to water it like crazy, so let Mother Nature take it.
Yeah, and I know this week for me, I'm going to be busy. I got a South Lawrence game tonight. Tomorrow and Thursday, I got Kaufman volleyball. Wednesday, we got the show. And Friday, with me and Michael, we got the Loretto Jamboree in Wayne County. So it's going to be a busy week, so we're kind of getting to the thick of three sports at once when it comes to middle school volleyball, high school volleyball,
and then football coming
and then
up.
football around the corner.
Basketball right on its heels too.
Yeah,
you never know.
One thing at a time. One season at a time. We're in the fall right now. We'll get to the winter.
We don't go by sports. We go by seasons.
Yes.
It's fall, winter, spring.
We're still, though, in a summer season, Major League Baseball going down. History made in Atlanta this past weekend, guys. Jim Powell, first woman to umpire a Major League game, did it she did the series between the Braves and the Marlins. Did the Sunday game. Braves, getting the win. Maybe they need to see her more often. They defeat the Marlins 7-1. Overall accuracy, according to umpire scorecards, 93% overall consistency, 93%. A little bit favored Miami over Atlanta, but the scoreboard favored Atlanta over Miami. Called ball accuracy, 95%. Called strike accuracy, 87%. All just slightly below league average as far as her grading was. She was 13th out of 15 home plate umpires, but getting a lot of high praise from a lot of people.
There's definitely a lot of high praise. I know everybody's focusing in on what that first pitch was, and Michael and I were talking about this morning, and I don't want to put words in her mouth or anything, but I can understand that is a big moment for you. You're just raring to go. And I mean, it wasn't like a horrible pitch,
no.
But I can understand if the emotions, the whole that whole moment, you kind of want to call a strike there. So I get that, but I felt like she did a decent job. I was kind of periodically checking in on the game. I watched. She started on Saturday, I believe, because they had the doubleheader, and she was at first base the first game, third base on the second game, and. I felt like she did good. I felt like she was decent behind the plate, and just hats off. I think it's fantastic, and I can't wait to see how she does. Not only throughout the rest of the season, but as long as she's an umpire in the majors.
Yeah, and I mean, being the first female umpire to call balls and strikes in a big league game, that's got a lot of pressure on it. So I mean, you knew that she was going to be a little nervous, so that could probably be contributed to some of those accuracy numbers. But like Taylor said, I think she did a fair job. I mean, it wasn't anything egregious necessarily. There wasn't any big call that she made that would have changed the outcome of that game.
Yeah, she did a decent job. So I'd rather see her than this little kid behind the plate with the Cardinals name. My God, did they have to show him on every stinking pitch? Like, get him away from my team. We're already snake bit, as losing 4 out of the last 6 series, and now we got this guy just constantly behind the plate, just like get him out of here. Here's a quick one. Don't read that out loud. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. But
right. Social media strikes again.
Social media strikes again. Big news today. Just when we thought last week we had some huge news in the world of sports media. Well, Monday comes here today.
Even more.
Even bigger news. Paramount and TKO. Paramount will become the new home of the UFC and all of their events in the U.S. under a 7-year agreement. The TKO Group announced Monday the deal has an average annual value of $1.1 billion, the companies say. Under the deal, Paramount will exclusively distribute the UFC's full slate of its 13 marquee numbered events and 30 fight nights on its streaming platform, Paramount Plus, with a select number of events also set to simulcast on CBS starting in 2026. So this deal looks like it's worth $7.7 million. So again, you buy a subscription. It's different than the ESPN one. So basically this deal doubles what ESPN was paying. Plus, you got, their fight nights, you got them for free on ESPN Plus if you have the subscription, but you had to pay more to get the pay-per-views.
Right.
Now, this eliminates it. As long as you have a Paramount Plus subscription, and from what I am hearing, if it's like a UFC 308 or whatever they're up to now, it feels like they're up to 500 at this point.
This week is 319.
Yeah, 319. That will actually be on CBS. So that's the ones that they're talking about. So it looks like if you just have a CBS on YouTube, Hulu, whatever, you're going to get a UFC pay-per-view, guys. This is pretty unprecedented in the world.
Yeah, for the longest time, it has always been UFC, either ESPN Plus, pay-per-view, you got to pay for it. You got to do something like that to get it. But now it is definitely, I think, again, it's just kind of the times that we're in now. We're shifting into all of this streaming and every aspect where you already have a subscription. You're already paying money. I've got Paramount Plus. I think it's like $14.99 a month. It's not too terrible. But, I get the shows I watch, everything. UFC's going to be on there. So you're already paying that money. And looks like they got a deal in place to where not only do you pay that $14.99 a year and then have to pay like $19 or something for a pay-per-view, they're getting that revenue share and are able to get it, put it on a platform for free for people. I think it's fantastic.
I think this is opening the door to something that we saw, a couple generations earlier, and that was watching wrestling or fighting or, that last generation I'm thinking of, boxing at home.
Yeah.
Now if you wanted to watch a UFC event, nobody wants to, pay for ESPN Plus, which is, $11-12 a month, and then the pay-per-view is, $30 to $60.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a lot of money to fork over for one event. You would just go out to eat or watch it at Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that. So I think this opens up, getting wrestling back in the household, obviously with some events being on CBS. I think that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at just UFC and just WWE and TKO in general. I think this is a good move and a good step in the company. Obviously, us as fans that watch WWE and UFC, having the ESPN Plus, it's really helpful. But also, I'd rather not pay $30 extra for a pay-per-view as well. So, like I said, I think it's a great move from that standpoint. Probably really exciting for fans just to know if all you got to do is just have a subscription and you're going to get that pay-per-view compared to paying, forking over $30 extra. So I think it's a good thing for fans that really enjoy it.
And I always just thought it was really silly that you pay for a subscription just so you could pay for the pay-per-view. I always thought that was kind of
weird.
Dumb.
But
I mean, nobody else had questioned it at the time, so I just left it where it is. Now, I mean, they're kind of taking off of what WWE did with Peacock, and you just need a subscription and you're good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's also a kind of a wild moment because WWE's part of the TKO group. They signed that deal with ESPN and Disney, and then you're thinking, okay, well the UFC's a part of this, so they're automatically going to renew or whatnot, and then turns around Monday, they're going to Paramount. It's almost like these two are just kind of.
Taking everybody else's money.
It's like they're splitting. Like, are they really? You think that you would sell everything and just put it on one thing, but at the end of the day, it's a great move for the UFC. And especially because when I was reading a lot into it, and a lot of the college football writers with some of these new TV deals and streaming deals, or where are we going in today's day and age with media and into traditional TV formats kind of dying away, that some of these college football games are going to end up on pay-per-view. Like you're going to have to pay for Tennessee and Alabama. You have to pay for Bama and Auburn. But then the UFC might be saying, hold on for a second. We can still do this in a linear way that everyone makes money on.
Yeah. I mean, that's still, the consumer is out there. I mean, it is, you still got people that have traditional over the air. Now, obviously, that's few and far between now, but you still got them. You still got the people that got cable. But now you're definitely moving into a realm where you have more and more people that are on these streaming platforms like YouTube TV, Hulu, Netflix, all this stuff. And as long as the consumer is out there, just go to where the platforms that they are at, and you don't have to add on these other things. That it literally, it seems like we're going away from where you had traditional terrestrial TV or cable and your streaming, where if you wanted your streaming, you had to have a little extra going on to do what you want to do. Now it's shifting to, okay, your primary source is going to be this. We're just going to give you that. You get us for like $69.99 a month for like YouTube TV. You get everything by that point instead of having any add-ons. So it seems like we're getting to where people are just, you know what, we're going to take this one entity and move it into this one, and nothing's really going to change.
Yeah, kind of like a universal look.
Almost like cable.
Yeah, it's just cable in a different way. Yeah.
It's cable turned into streaming.
Yeah.
It's pretty special, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty pretty special. Let's get into some NFL news. Guys, what your impressions of the Titans, their preseason game against the Buccaneers this past Saturday?
Same old Titans.
Yeah, I would
Cam
say
Ward had some flashes, but I knew
he did.
he had some. I mean, I think all rookies had flashes, but I mean, it's still going to be a long road for the Titans. So, maybe they'll win 4 games. That's max though.
Yeah.
I don't know what the over under is, but I'd say 4 would be. I'm being gracious with that.
Yeah, I would say same old Titans. I mean, there were, yeah. I mean, they had some moments. Obviously, I mean, you weren't going to see Cam Ward for a full game. They're dealing with some injuries in the backfield. So, I mean, this wasn't a full strength Titans team, but probably wasn't too far from it. It's going to be a rough year for the Titans.
I think so too. I'm just looking forward to Cam Ward and just see what he can do with the receivers that he has. I feel like he's talented enough to be able to do something, but as a team, as a whole, I'm not really looking like the Titans are going to.
He'll be running for his life, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's 5 of 8, 67 yards. A lot of that went to Calvin Ridley. All 3 of his first 3 completions are Ridley for 50 yards. So Calvin Ridley might like having him around. But the big story, guys, out of the first week of preseason was, oh my gosh, Shadur Sanders, first ballot Hall of Famer, retire his jersey right now in Cleveland because he completed 13. I mean, he was really good.
14 for 23.
I mean, it was a good game.
He was really good. He led them on a couple touchdown drives, and I mean he wasn't exactly going against the Panthers' first teamers, but also he's going up against the Panthers' second teamers.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't.
It is what it is.
But the thing
NFL experience. That's what he got.
The thing that stood out to me was, I don't know if it was I think it was his first touchdown pass. He threaded the freaking
Yeah.
I mean,
double coverage.
Because from the TV view, that looked like a pick.
So, I mean, obviously we know that he's very talented, that he will probably have a decent NFL career. Hall of Famer, obviously we don't know. But some of the throws that he made were just, I mean, he is a legit good quarterback. And obviously we talked about on here before, the Cleveland Browns have a ton of quarterbacks in that quarterback room. And if he can stand out a little bit more, I mean, who knows? It might end up being, if Joe Flacco doesn't really get the job done, do they turn to him or do they turn to
Gabriel's still hurt?
He might end up being QB2.
Their whole quarterback room outside of him and Huntley.
Well, I mean, hey, we look at what happened with the Cowboys. I believe it was the 2016 season when it was looking like it was going to be Tony Romo's kind of last hurrah, and then. Obviously he got injured, but Dak Prescott came in, had a great preseason, and then he's still the starting quarterback for the Cowboys. So I mean, anything can happen.
Anything could happen. Other than that, nothing really spectacular. Just some few injury notes. Nothing real, like there's no season-ending injuries out there as far as we know right now. So nothing really out. I mean, they're only playing 3 preseason games this year, so nothing to really kind of like, got to keep your eye on that. Nothing crazy has happened yet. Still got a lot of time for that to happen, but nothing crazy has happened yet. Well, coming up next, we will take a look at the AP Top 25 that was just released today in college football. We'll take a look at it when we return.
Welcome to Mid-South Barndominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson Cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
Hi, I'm Jeff Overton, pastor of Mars Hill Baptist Church. It's that time of year again where the hallways of the schools come alive with life. We love hearing the children go back, their laughter, their squeals, the excitement. And we want you to know at Mars Hill Baptist Church, we're praying for you as you start back to school. Whether you're in the kindergarten and starting your very first day, or whether this is your senior year, it's the last time you're going to walk the halls of that high school. We want you to know we're praying for you and we're supporting you. We're praying you have a great, productive year, a safe year, and when you come to the end of this school year, you look back and say, what a great year it's been. I also like to encourage you. We have a great children and student ministries at Mars Hill Baptist Church, and we'd love to come alongside you and help you grow in that area of your life as well. So as you begin this school year, begin knowing we're behind you, we support you, and we love you. God bless you. Have a great school year.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. AJ Goodman, Taylor Plott, Hayden Burks, and Michael Marks. Guys, responding to the brand new Associated Press Top 25 poll. Let's take a look at it. Some changes, not too much. More at the bottom, a little bit at the top here as opposed to the coaches poll. Number one for the first time ever, which I really can't believe that. Yeah, how? First time ever, Texas number one, Penn State number two, Ohio State 3, Clemson 4, Georgia 5, Notre Dame 6, Oregon 7, Bama 8, LSU 9, Miami 10, Arizona State 11, Illinois 12, South Carolina 13, Michigan 14, Florida 15, SMU 16, Kansas State 17, Oklahoma 18, Texas A&M 19, Indiana 20, Ole Miss 21, Iowa State 22, Texas Tech 23, Tennessee 24, Boise State 25.
You know, just looking at the top three, I feel like we all can agree that's a good top three. I feel like Clemson at 4 is decent. I could
a little high.
I could flip them with Georgia. I don't know what it is. You know, I've heard the hype with Clemson. We've all heard the hype with Clemson. There's just something about that Clemson team this year that you could make an argument that they're probably a little too high right now. I think they're fine because I really think they're going to be very good. Georgia 5, Notre Dame 6. I mean, once you get through like 6 through 8, you could probably flip-flop a couple of those.
7, 8, 9, 10 is the same as the
coaches.
I would say the coaches and AP poll from 7 to 7 to 14.
9, 10,
all the way to 14.
7 through 14 is identical.
Yeah.
They're, Penn State's 3 in the coaches, 2 in the AP, Ohio State and then flip there. Clemson's 4th in the AP, 6th in the coaches, Notre Dame 6 and 1, 5th in the other. It's almost mix and match.
Yeah.
At that point. And then the bottom looks like the AP is much higher on the Big 12 than what the coaches poll is.
Yeah, I'm
shocker.
Not sure about that.
Yeah. And the only difference is the coaches poll is BYU They're not in the AP poll. They're replaced by Oklahoma, who's 18th.
Yeah, that's way too high.
That's eight spots difference between the AP and the coaches poll.
Listen, every year that Brent Venables has been at Oklahoma, they have started the season ranked, and then you think you go out there and beat them on week 3, and you think you got a good ranked win, and then they go 6-6. It's what's going to happen again, probably again this year. They might be a little better, but I don't think they'll finish the season ranked.
Yeah, and he'll end up fired.
Probably.
There at the end of the day.
The thing that I just kind of scrolling through here and looking at it, I mean, obviously there's teams where I feel like they're too high and they're, some might be too low. The one that stands out to me, number 13, South Carolina, Gamecocks. I mean, we all know, Beamer ball has its hype and everything, and they definitely have had some decent teams. I feel like they've either underperformed some years, and then other years seems like they've kind of maybe overperformed just a tad. Yeah. I mean, they were 9-4 last year. I feel like that last year was kind of, I don't know necessarily saying like a breakout year, but it seemed like they gained some traction.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know what to think.
That just feels way too high for them to meet expectations this year, because they've got some tough ones. I mean, they got to go to Alabama. I mean, they've got a tough schedule.
17, 18.
Yeah. I would say that them at 13, but I mean, obviously it was 13 in both polls, so the coaches and the AP view them the same.
Yeah.
I just think that they got a little bit too much hype.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, and I'm with you, Hayden. I feel like they could be – I still feel like they should be top 20, but I think 18, 19, 20 should be kind of a good range. But the other ones, I mean, obviously talk about Oklahoma. You're right. I mean, it seems like every year they're hyped up, and then it just falls apart. Not sure about A&M at 19. I feel like they are decent, but I don't know what's going to happen with them.
I feel like Iowa State is brutally underrated in both polls. I think that they'll finish as a top 15 team. Big Matt Campbell guy. Obviously, he hasn't won the big game yet, but maybe this is his year to break through.
Yeah, it's possible.
ESPN has an article, numbers. I find very interesting just reading through it. Numbers. For each one of the top 25. Let's go through it here just to get your all's reaction. For Boise State, 2,601. That's how many yards they're replacing from Ashton Genty. They got a transfer from Fresno State who rushed for just under 1,000 yards a year ago. Tennessee, 39. It returns 39% of its offensive production from last year, which ranked 110th in the FBS for returning offensive production. So
I mean, you got to realize you're replacing your quarterback. You're replacing the SEC Offensive Player of the Year at running back. Your 3 starting wide receivers and 4 of your 5 offensive linemen. You return your tight end and your left tackle. That's a lot to replace.
It is.
I'm surprised that made up 39% of the production.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, 2018. They haven't appeared in an AP poll since 2018. No power conference program has played more games as an unranked team over the past 6 seasons than Texas Tech.
Wow.
74. On the other hand, 89 FBS programs have played at least one game as an AP ranked team since 2019.
That's an astounding stat.
All the teams on this table have played as a ranked team at least once since 2019.
Holy cow.
Iowa State, 5.35. Iowa State yielded that yards per rush in 2024, which ranked 126 in the FBS. They allowed 81 carries at 10 or more yards last season, ranking 125th in the FBS.
Seems like they need to replace just their entire front 7.
Yeah.
I mean, and the Big 12 is a league where usually you don't think about teams running the ball very much, but obviously it seems like Iowa State didn't think about that either.
For Ole Miss, 45. They returned 45% of its defensive production in 2024. The Rebels ranked first in the SEC in points allowed per game and rush yards allowed per game with 81.
Do not overlook the Rebels.
Yeah.
Do not. I mean, obviously we say year in, year out, the Lane Kiffin effect, everything. Yes, it feels like they're just right there on the cusp of being able to make it to the playoffs or maybe even make it into the SEC championship game. And do not overlook them this year. It just seems like each year they're taking a step forward in the right direction.
Well, last year was that you have to win this year, and they didn't. So everybody's kind of pushed them in the rearview mirror. I agree with you. Watch out for Ole Miss this year.
I do. I think that, they kind of
Because now they don't have expectations, really.
Exactly. And it did feel like that, you're right, expectations last year were not met, but it just, from an overall standpoint, it just feels like they get closer and closer and closer.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana 8. Should Indiana win 8 or more games this year, would mark the first time since 87-88 that the Hoosiers have won at least 8 games in consecutive years. For Texas A&M, a 16.2 defensive end, Cassius Howell had a 16.2 pressure rate last season, the 6th best among FBS players, and the best of any returning SEC player. Oklahoma 26. The Sooners have played in 26 consecutive seasons with a bowl game. Only Georgia 28 has a longer active streak. For 17th ranked Kansas State, 605. Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson led all Big 12 quarterbacks in rushing last year with 605. SMU 40.8. Last season, the Mustangs scored 40.8 points per game, 5th most in the FBS after Kevin Jennings took over as starting quarterback against TCU in Week 4. 15th ranked Florida, 20. Florida recorded 20 sacks over its last 4 games of last season, 5th most among FBS teams after Week 11, and the most among non-CFP teams.
The thing, going off of kind of like Ole Miss, it feels like they, have been getting in the step in the right direction. Florida is one of those teams where I don't remember if it was the last half of the season last year or if it was just like the last handful of games, but they took multiple steps in the right direction. Right. And I would expect them to continue that this year. And I could also put them in that list in the SEC where they might – you expect them to be good, but I feel like they can fly under the radar a little bit, and who knows what could happen.
Well, Florida to be good, but I mean, you just kind of look at overall Florida in the past. I'm going to stick with the mindset of they're either going to take one step forward or take 2 steps back. Yeah. That's my thing with Florida.
Yeah, and well, it was kind of confusing for them to start the year because Graham Mertz was the guy to start the year, goes down, then you got some DJ Lagway in there, and then by week 3 or 4, they were doing 3 drives Mertz, 3 drives Lagway, and rotating with that. And like you say, AJ, 2 quarterback systems never work. No. Yep. And when did Florida kind of take that step? It started in the second half against Tennessee. What happened? Graham Mertz went down. DJ Lagway became the guy, and kind of brought the team with him.
Yep.
14th ranked Michigan, 131. Michigan ranked 131st in passing in 2024, behind only the service academies. The Wolverines did bring in a veteran quarterback, Fresno State's Mickey King, and signed 5-star Bryce Underwood, the #1 overall recruit in the country. 13th ranked South Carolina, 261 in his first year as a starting quarterback. Lenore Sellers averaged 261 yards passing in his final 6 games, only 161 in his first 6 games.
Yeah, he's going to have to get those numbers up big time because obviously they lost Rocket Sanders last year, their leading rusher, so he's going to either have to make up that replacement with somebody else in the backfield or really get his passing game up.
Yeah, I completely agree, and that just goes back to what we were talking about earlier where it's like it seems like they're kind of maybe a little too high. Yeah. But, I mean, I feel like they still have that talent. I mean, they are still a good quality team, but I'm with you. He needs to really step it up this year, especially with not having the running back that they had last year.
For 12th ranked Illinois, 10. Illinois has never won 10 games in consecutive seasons.
It feels like that could change this year.
They got Brett Bielema.
For real.
11th ranked Arizona State, the Sun Devils have to replace all Big 12 first-team running back Cam Scatterbo, who accounted for 39% of the team's scrimmage yards last year, tied for the 4th in the FBS. 10th ranked Miami, 150 of Miami's top 7 receivers from 2024. Only tight end Elijah Lofton is back in 2025. He had 150 yards on 9 catches last season.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good receiving splits right there.
Why are they ranked 10th? When you don't have Cam Ward, Carson Beck's a different quarterback, and you lost your entire receiving core. Yeah. I don't get the hype. Yeah. I don't get the hype.
Carson Beck.
That's literally what it is, it sounds like.
I'll say this. We're either going to have the Carson Beck that we're used to, or some way, somehow, some magic has happened down there in Miami, and you're going to see a Carson Beck that is a Carson Beck that we have never seen before.
9th ranked LSU, 125. Linebacker Whip Weeks, a rising junior, was second in the SEC last year with 125 tackles, including 10 for loss and 3.5 sacks. 8th-ranked Alabama, 4. Last season, Alabama had 4 losses for the first time since 2007, which is also the last time the Tide finished outside the AP top 10. They finished last season ranked 17th. 7th-ranked Oregon, another 39. Since 2022, when Dan Lanning took over as head coach, Oregon has led the country in points per game with 39. The Ducks will have a new starting quarterback in 2025. It's the 3rd year in a row with a different starting quarterback. Yep. And they're averaging 39
points. With Dan Lanning, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, and you look at kind of who their starting quarterbacks have been the last 2 years. Obviously, last year you get the very experienced Dylan Gabriel, and then before that, the very experienced Bo Nix. Now you're bringing in Dante Moore, who I don't think has made a meaningful start at Oregon yet, so it'll definitely be interesting to see if they can kind of keep that top 10 ranking.
Yeah.
How far into the season they can keep that ranking.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. You do have experienced quarterbacks that Dan Lanning has been able to have over the past few years, but it just seems like he is one of those that can, I guess, not necessarily like have the perfect quarterback and still be able to build an offense around them. Yeah. We'll see what happens this year, but I've never ever underestimate Dan Lanning and his ability to coach, because he is one of the best right now.
6th-ranked Notre Dame, 5. The Irish have 5 true road games this season: Miami, Arkansas, Boston College, Pitt, Stanford. The program last won more than 3 true road games in 2021 when they went 4-0, compiling an 8-4 record in true road games since then. But they were 3-0 last year in true road games.
So looking at who those opponents are, Miami, that might be a tough game. Arkansas probably won't be a tough game. Boston College probably won't be a tough game, and neither will Pitt or Pitt. Maybe Stanford. No.
But again, we don't know what those teams are going to be by the time they get there, or what Notre Dame is going to be by the time.
That's very true.
5th-ranked Georgia, 53-5. That's Georgia's record over the past 4 seasons, with 3 of the losses coming to Alabama, Michigan, and Ohio State. Are the only other FBS schools with fewer than 10 losses during that span.
I mean, there is a senior that just graduated off of Georgia's football team that lost 5 games the entire time he was in college. That is stupid. Brock Bowers, I read something the other day, in his 3 years at Georgia, he lost 2 games. Both of them were to Alabama.
That is just an amazing stat. It just, goes to show, one, how good those Georgia teams have been, but also, Kirby Smart is definitely a top-tier coach. There's no doubt about it. The big question I have is, who is this Georgia team going to be? Because last year it just seemed like, after being able to blow out a ton of people, yes, they would always struggle against Alabama, and you've had maybe a game or two where they were just off. But last year it just seemed like they were squeaking by on almost every single week. Until you got towards the end of the season, it seemed like they kind of caught their footing a little bit. But still, you had that game against Kentucky, where Kentucky pretty much had that won, it seemed like, and they were able to squeak by a win. But what is this Georgia team going to look like? Because they had a lot of holes that were exposed last year, a lot more than usual. And I would expect Kirby Smart to be able to fill those, but you never know if this Georgia team might. Do they have the same issues? What's going to happen?
Well, you're replacing your quarterback and 4 offensive linemen, so it's going to be definitely kind of on those 5 people that they replace them with up to what happens this year for Georgia.
They're about to be 53-6. Go Herd. 4th-ranked Clemson, stat to know, 0-3. Clemson went 0-3 against the SEC in 2024. Georgia, South Carolina, and Texas. Tigers haven't lost 4 straight games to the SEC since doing so across 3 seasons in 74 through 76.
So they got South Carolina, LSU to open up the season. So there's 2 right there.
Well,
South Carolina at the end.
South Carolina at the end.
But looking at those 3 teams they played last year that they lost to, those were 3 really good SEC teams. It wasn't like they played Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Arkansas. They played 3 of the probably 5 or 6 best teams in the conference.
I'm still going to stand by the Dabo Swinney and Clemson. I feel like this is probably, seems like, going to be one of their better teams that they've had over the past couple years. And he's still a really good coach. He knows how to coach those kids up and motivate them, be ready to play. And I think that they're going to go out and beat LSU in that first game, and they'll be able to get that first win they've had in a while against the SEC. And I expect them to go far. I don't know if they win the Natty, but I feel like they're going to have a very, very good season.
For our 3rd-ranked Ohio State, 84, quarterback Julian Sayin, a freshman in 2024 and a former 5-star recruit, is known for just 84 career yards. However, he is a leading passer on Ohio State's roster. Right
Yeah, they got to replace a lot from last year, and they got two very good quarterbacks behind Will Howard that are battling right now, and I'm interested to see who's going to take the first snap against Texas.
Second-ranked Penn State, 3,237. Penn State led all Power 4 teams in rushing last year with that many yards. Running backs Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton, who each rushed for more than 1,000 yards last year, both return in 2025. That makes Penn State's prospects feel much, much better.
Yeah,
it does. And I mentioned, I don't know if it was last week or week before, I got a cousin who is a senior on that team, and he says that the vibe in the locker room and everything about that team is the best that it has been, since he's been there. And apparently from some of the coaching staff, it's been the best that it might have ever been since James Franklin took over. So obviously everybody's waiting for him to win that big game, be able to continue on in the playoffs. I think he gets it done this year. I think there's definitely a game that they might end up losing. Could be Ohio State. Who knows?
It's college football.
College football. It's bound to happen. But, man, if there is a team that Penn State and James Franklin can take to the promised land this year, it's going to be this one.
Yeah, Katron Allen and Nick Singleton have been the big 1-2 punch since they got there their freshman year. They were both 5-star running backs, had an excellent freshman year, kind of took a step back in 2023 at their sophomore year, kind of got back up this year. We'll see what's coming in year 4 for both of them.
Finally, for top-ranked Texas, 26. The Longhorns' 26 turnovers last season were ranked 5th most in the FBS. However, had a +5 turnover margin thanks to the 31 takeaways, which were second in the country. So they were 5th worst in giving the ball away, but second best in taking the ball away. So,
well, I mean, their defense is going to be just as good this year, if not better.
So if Arch Manning could take care of the football, watch out.
Well, I mean, with the 26 turnovers, it seems like he can give the ball away twice a game, and they'd still be in good shape. So
it's kind of
like Quinn Ewers did.
Yeah,
exactly. It's
I think Arch is a better decision maker than Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, I think he is, but that's a good safety net to have. Thinking, if I end up throwing 2 or 3 interceptions a game, the defense is probably going to end up having just as many, or maybe a couple more turnovers. So, I feel like Texas definitely deserves to be that number 1 team, but you never know in the SEC.
Well, hey, them going 13-3 with 26 turnovers showed me how good that defense really was, and it shows that that quarterback can maybe have a bad game and they still be fine.
They still be fine.
So, and it kind of the thing about turnovers are they never really carry over from year to year. You rarely, if ever, see a team that's a top 5 or top 10 in the country in turnovers forced. Yeah. Iowa's a great. It's like every other year, every 2 years, they're the best turnover forcing team in the country, and then the next year they're like 70th.
Yep.
So forcing turnovers, some of that's just on the offense, and again, a lot of that's on the defense as well. But it could be just teams you play just can't hold on to the football, and you're the beneficiary of it. So turnovers are just, you never want to rely that your team's going to force 31 turnovers in a season.
Oh, you're completely right. I mean, you make a good point where it's like, really at the end of the day, it depends on who you're playing. Yes, if you have a really good defense, but hey, either one, the quarterback's got to throw you the ball, or you got to find a way to get a fumble out or something. But that's a really good point to where it doesn't necessarily carry over year to year.
Now, offenses turnover issues, that does.
Yes.
But defensively, it's a yo-yo effect.
Yes.
I would say I don't think they'll get 31 takeaways this year, but they do return a bunch of those leaders from last year's team, and obviously new quarterback. And they're going to have 2 running backs that are very experienced. I think both of those numbers will take a huge dip down.
Yeah. All right, guys, well, coming up next, it's our favorite game leading into the college football season, guys. Not this coming Saturday, next Saturday.
We got week 0.
Football.
Yep.
I mean, we got high school football next Friday.
But college
football's right behind it. But we'll play some more Name That schedule when we return.
Here at Fields and Brown Barbershop, legacy means a lot. We're trying to fill big shoes left by my 2 uncles and my grandfather, where every haircut came with conversation and every customer left a little taller than when they walked in. The barbershop is about pride. It's about knowing your barber knows your name and your story. Come see us at Fields and Brown Barbershop, where tradition never goes out of style. 3 generations, 1 legacy, your barbershop.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tennessee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tennessee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit Tennessee.com.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
There's a reason owners Tyler and Cindy McDowell chose the name In Service for their towing business. They did because it's their goal to be in service for you on the day that you need them the most. In-Service Towing is now known far and wide for their response time because minutes matter when you're broken down, or their 24/7 availability. You can call them anytime for service. Their professional team with years of experience and their fairness, plus their know-how in dealing with the unexpected. But the thing that In-Service is known best for is how they treat their customers, and that's like family. When you need them, call them 931-843-9098.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Yeah, we got no cameras.
No
Okay,
cameras.
No
that's
cameras.
Okay, I'm convinced these guys are spying.
And you know what? I'm even.
I know. Okay, it's time. Welcome back.
It's getting
to Sports
serious
today. I'm getting serious because early on I was stumping you guys, and then all of a sudden he guesses Wyoming.
Just opens the floodgates.
He's got the pocket schedule in his wallet
Who was
over here, and they have been on fire.
Yeah,
Temple. Central Michigan.
Yeah. I mean, Central, and I'm like, there's got to be cameras around here. Okay.
Yeah, we're clean. Right. We're clean today.
I'm not even giving you the conference. Nothing. We're just going. Okay, here we go. Week 1 at Maryland, home versus Florida A&M at FIU. Week off. Home versus Memphis at Rice. Home versus UAB at USF at Navy. Week off. Home versus Tulsa at Tulane. Home versus UConn. Home versus East Carolina.
Is it FIU?
FIU's on their schedule.
Okay.
All right, so it is American.
What's their non-conference again?
At Maryland, Florida A&M, and UConn. UConn's later in the year, next to last game.
FAU?
Dang you.
Oh, I got it backwards.
For the
I said FIU, and I was like, oh, he said FAU. I thought he did. I got it backwards.
I mean, part of me's upset, but part of me's really proud of it. Like, I'm not mad. I'm mad at myself that I can't find a way to stump you at all. I might not even give you the order. I'm just going to start throwing out stuff. Have you all guess. All right, here we go. Week 1, home versus Bryant, home versus Tulsa, at Louisiana Tech, week off. At New Mexico, home versus Sam Houston, week off. At Liberty, home versus Missouri State. At Western Kentucky, home versus Kennesaw State. At Tennessee, at UTEP, home versus MTSU.
At Tennessee.
So
That's
Conference USA.
Conference USA.
What's their non-conference again?
Okay.
New Mexico State.
No.
The moment I saw Tennessee, I'm like, crap, I'm doomed.
I was about to say, did he say Tennessee? I kind of blacked out after like
it was Conference USA.
I'm literally,
and
I overlooked that because I've been scanning these to make sure there's no SEC teams on the schedules, and I'm failing all across the board. Okay. Week 1, home versus Lafayette, at Cincinnati, home versus Liberty, at Louisville, at Ohio, week off. Home versus Toledo, home versus Central Michigan, at Kent State, home versus Buffalo, at Eastern Michigan, week off. Home versus Akron, at UMass.
Miami of Ohio.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Northern Illinois.
Nope.
You said Toledo. Eastern Michigan.
Nope. Eastern Michigan's on the schedule.
Yeah.
They have the least amount of random games. It's mainly Saturdays. 1 Thursday, 2 Tuesdays. Good for them.
It's not Michigan.
Akron? Or are they on that?
Yeah,
Akron's on.
Yeah.
It is on that.
last game.
Okay. Next to last. Okay.
Is it Kent State?
No, Kent's on the schedule.
He said Toledo too.
Yeah.
Western Michigan.
No.
We already did Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
Buffalo. Yep. I forgot they're in there.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
There we
There you
go.
go.
I was about to say the same thing.
Dwight Perry Stadium. Them and Toledo are big rivals.
Yep.
actually.
But, well, see, Toledo has like a giant rocket on
That's
their.
the missile one.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes, on their
Point it to
campus,
'em.
and they point it at Bowling Green like the week they play. I love
Bowling Green
that.
and Ball State was my last.
And apparently, it's like so specific.
Yeah,
Like
oh,
at
yeah.
that launch angle, it would land in that stadium.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They take it seriously over there.
Yeah.
Love the MAC.
I almost got a job there at one point in time in that area. I would have covered Bowling Green and Toledo, but God had other plans. He sure did. Okay, here we go. Week 0, home versus Stanford. Next week at Arizona, home versus Sam Houston, home versus Portland State, home versus Fresno State at Air Force, week off. Home versus Utah State at Colorado State, week off. At San Jose State, home versus San Diego State, week off. At UNLV, home versus Wyoming.
Is it Nevada?
No, he said that.
Utah State?
That's what.
Utah State.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Go through the conference.
Conference is, because it's kind of all over the place. Fresno at Air Force, Utah State at Colorado State, at San Jose State, San Diego State, at UNLV, Wyoming.
Nevada.
No, he's.
They got 3 off weeks.
New Mexico.
No.
He said San Diego, and he said Fresno, and he said Colorado State.
Did you say San Jose State?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
At San Jose State.
And Wyoming.
Boise.
No.
No?
No.
Who else are we missing in the Mountain West?
Is it Hawaii?
It is Hawaii.
That's right.
They always play week 0.
Yeah.
That's right. They always play week 0. I always forget that they're in the Mountain West.
Because I'm going through it in my mind, and I was like, okay, we've gotten and I was like, oh, it's Hawaii.
All right. Week 1, home versus Morgan State, home versus Tulane, at Auburn, home versus Coastal Carolina, at North Texas, at Troy, week off. Home versus Arkansas State, at Georgia State, home versus Louisiana, week off. At Louisiana Monroe, home versus Southern Miss, at Texas State.
South Alabama? Wow. Because they play Auburn this year.
Mm-hmm.
Good pull.
Oh, I can't stump you all. I'm proud. I'm not upset. I'm not disappointed.
You're half and half.
I'm proud. I'm just half and half because at some point I'm going to stump you all.
And we're going to look like idiots.
We're going to have to go to the NIA.
No.
D2.
Or just anywhere within a 90-mile radius.
Yeah.
Can't get anything in the state of Tennessee.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't at all. Here we go. FCS. Only clue you all get. At South Dakota State, at Nevada, home versus Mercyhurst, home versus Central Arkansas, home versus Cal Poly, week off. At Weber State, home versus Northern Colorado, home versus Montana, at Eastern Washington, at Portland State, home versus Idaho, at UC Davis.
UC Irvine?
No.
Cal Poly?
No, they're on the
Oh.
And they only get one off week.
Cal Fullerton?
No.
I would say, because this is...
They don't have football, okay.
I would say, well, this is Big Sky.
That's correct.
So...
A lot of night games. Well, I guess for us.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it going to be like UC San Diego?
No.
Regular San Diego?
No.
No, okay.
Is it a California team?
It is.
It is a
Oh,
it is
wow.
a California
okay.
team.
Trying to think
There's
of...
a million
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which ones have football teams.
Is there like a University of Sacramento or something? Is that
Sacramento State?
Sacramento State?
It is Sacramento
Wow,
State.
I just put that one
okay.
out.
It is. Remember, they're making all these. That's where
They're going to the FBS.
what's his Jaden Rashada went
Yep.
to.
Yep.
They have the best NIL budget in all the.
Oh,
FCS.
that's the one that they're going to go into the new Pac-12, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yes.
Is it the Spartans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there. One thing I love about FCS schedules is that it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Like there's not like okay, we're an SEC team, so we're going to play like a couple Sun Belts, a CUSA, and one ACC team, and the rest is SEC.
Yeah, I'm sitting there listening to
They're
that.
all over the place.
Yeah.
With this. Like, I mean, I'm never going to give you UNAs because it's way too obvious. But like, well, if it will allow me to do it, I hate some of these ads on some of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, UNAs is crazy. All right, come on.
Because they have a couple of games in Texas.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Well, they're in a league
Yeah.
over there, but they're at Western Kentucky, Southeast Missouri State, that's the OVC, Northeastern, that's a Division II team, out of Illinois State, Missouri Valley team, and then their league games: Abilene Christian, Central Arkansas, Eastern Kentucky, Austin Peay, Utah Tech, West Georgia, Tarleton State, Southern Utah.
The fact that West
all
Georgia, Utah State, and Tarleton are all in the same conference is
Well, it's
crazy.
going to change because Utah State and Southern Utah are going to the Southland.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Let me double check. What is that? Yeah, they're going to the Southland Conference. They're breaking off as a part of that. So
FCS got some conference realignment going on too. Yeah.
FCS it's so hard to keep up with, like nowadays. Okay, speaking of the Southland, can you guys name the teams in the Southland Conference?
I cannot.
Gosh.
If I give you one.
Yeah, that might give us like a loose.
McNeese State.
Okay, so that would be like Northwestern State.
That's one of them.
Okay.
You're looking at Texas.
Yeah.
Louisiana. Yeah, those are the teams in this league.
Oh man, FCS teams in Texas are. Yeah.
Texas and Louisiana. Those are the teams.
Where is McNeese State?
In Louisiana.
It is Louisiana. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most people confuse that with Texas, but it's Louisiana.
Is like Southern Texas or Texas Southern, are they in this league?
No, they are. They don't have football.
Oh.
What league are they in basketball? You can pick up your iPad, but you're good now.
Okay.
You can cheat now.
Yeah.
Is there like a Texas San Antonio or something? Where they?
Oh, has it got like UT Rio Grande Valley?
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
is Texas
That's
A&M
actually one of the newer teams.
Okay,
They were
is-
actually supposed to be in the UAC with UNA,
is
but they switched to the
Texas
South.
A&M Corpus Christi in here?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't have football. I don't think so. Or if they do, it's Division II.
Because I know they're
Okay, so Texas Southern's in the SWAC.
Yeah, the SWAC. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
What was it? The Texas A&M Terra something. I can't remember their NAIA.
So one of them I know you're not going to get is East Texas A&M because they're going from D2 to
okay.
D.
Okay.
So you're not going to get that one.
Man, the like this is like the one conference I didn't get to.
Yeah.
I was scrolling. I was literally before in our last break was scrolling through looking at the FCS conferences and
Another switch from the UAC to the Southland already is Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, okay.
So they've played UNA the last couple of years, so that's one of the switches. So
Why did I think that they were actually FBS now?
Well, at one point they tried and they got denied.
Or no, no. Who am I thinking of? Sam Houston.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
made the
They
trend.
are
They are
That's what they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Nichols State,
Okay, that's in Louisiana as well.
Northwestern State, Houston Christian, which they made the switch
Okay.
from NAIA D2 up to
Yes.
FBS. Their baseball programs are really
I'm about to say-
good. Southeastern Louisiana,
Okay.
which at one point they had the FCS's all-time leading passer. Yeah, big guy. They played UNA. My first UNA game I ever did. They played Influence at UNA. It was a great game.
Is Dallas Baptist in this conference too, or do they have a football team?
They are. I think no, they're Conference USA.
Okay.
But they don't have football.
Okay.
They're Conference USA.
Going off of that, because my dad actually went here for seminary, Southwestern. Do they have a football team or any sports?
Southwestern
Seminary.
Assemblies of God?
It's Southwestern Seminary. It's a college, but I feel like they've got some sports. Okay.
No, they're not Division I. So it's East Texas A&M, Nichols State, Northwestern State, Houston Christian, Southeast Louisiana, Stephen F. Austin, UT Rio Grande Valley, McNeese State, Lamar,
Okay.
and Cam Ward's first stop.
Incarnate
there,
Word.
Incarnate Word.
Dude, he put up some crazy stats there.
Yeah, and then their coach G.J. Kinney is now at Texas
Yep.
State. So there you go. It's your FCS lesson
Yeah.
for the day.
All
Bricks.
right.
Oh, I love it. I love
We
it.
had our fair share.
Yeah. And again, they're just I don't even know why I do this game anymore. They're just going to get it. At some point, I'm just going to throw out some random Division III team and say, good luck. Good luck. But no, that would be too torturous. But, again, another great episode here on X Sports Today. So for Taylor Plott, Hayden Burks, Michael Marks, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.